So one of the drawbacks to doing the overnight show is we usually don't get to give anything away. And that sucks. Those daytime shows get to give stuff away. But every once in a while, they throw us a bone. So some exciting news here that I want to pass on. And it's not just our show. It's all of Fox Sports Radio. But they included our show. How nice of that is of management to include our program. So Fox Sports Radio has teamed up with our friends at tirerack.com. You hear us talk about tirerack.com a lot. It's a good company. They've got a good product. Everyone needs tires these days, right? And that's just the way it is. And so to give away a set of 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, a set of 4 brand new tires. How cool is that? Yeah. Valued at up to $1,500 every 2 weeks. So it's not just a one-time giveaway. No. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks during this summer. And that's right, 3 lucky listeners will receive a set of 4 tires plus installation, taxes, and fees, valued at up to $1,500. And it can be yours. Right? Yeah. It's the Summer of Tire Rack Sweepstakes. Enter daily at foxsportsradio.com to increase your chances to win. Yes, you. Not him or not him. They're not eligible. But you can register to win every single day to improve your chances. A winner will be selected every 2 weeks between now and August 27th for a set of 4 brand new tires. Here's the key part. Listen closely. To enter, here's what you do. All right? Get the rules and enter. Visit foxsportsradio.com. And I would really like somebody that listens overnight to win, because it would upset management greatly if that happens. So I'm pulling for you, the overnight nocturnal listener, to win these tires. It's sponsored by tirerack.com, the way tire buying should be. Again, if you want to enter, foxsportsradio.com, enter every single day, all summer long, and you can smell the rubber of brand new tires. And you can thank your friends at tirerack.com and Fox Sports Radio.
An NFL head coach of the Denver football team got on a soapbox and started howling down to the village below. If you didn't hear about this, maybe you've been busy doing stuff and you didn't pay that close attention. So we read the comments from Sean Payton, who really just spilled his guts. Sean Payton, talking about the 2022 Broncos, said that they had one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. And he added that there were multiple dirty hands in the downfall of Russell Wilson. So that was the money part of the quote, but Payton wasn't done there. He offered some passive criticism of the Broncos for the way they handled players, the coaching staff, and Nathanial Hackett, who couldn't hack it as the Denver head coach. He managed workloads, NFL version of load management. And Sean Payton underlined that the Broncos were 29th in the league in pre-snap penalties on both sides of the ball. He went on. But wait, there's more. Sean Payton said everything he heard about last season, Payton said that they're doing the opposite of it. Now, in the fallout from the rant, he spoke this out to a scribe from the USA Today, which I guess is still in business. I didn't know that. They have that little weather map thing they used to have. That was like kind of a big deal. But anyway, Sean Payton has been called a snake. People now turning on Sean Payton. There are murmurs that some of the Denver executives are upset with what Payton had to say. Others claiming that the Broncos have now put a bullseye on their back, that this was not helpful. The standard dramatic overreaction machine has been cranked up. So let us discuss the question: why are certain Broncos people in a tizzy, all upset with Sean Payton? So I have World War II, George Lucas, and downrange. And we will tie all of these things together, and we are going to make a hot tamale is what we're going to make. So, Sean Payton, what he did here was just unload all the artillery, all of the artillery at the former head coach. I love it. As a talk show host, give me more. I want it in my veins. I would like it in my veins. He went scorched earth. It was magnificent. It was majestic and marvelous. Very rarely do you get this kind of raw, unfiltered attack. But the issue at hand here, Sean Payton, who's been around, he's seen a thing or two because he's done a thing or two in the NFL. Sean Payton goes on a World War II strategic bombing run, dropping a cluster bomb on the next door neighbors. Now, nothing that Sean Payton said was incorrect. The people that are criticizing Sean Payton are not criticizing the actual statements that he made. It's just that he shouldn't have said those things, even though they're reality. Right? So he goes scattershot. And the spoiler alert here, the same jabronis who hired Nathaniel Hackett are still working for the Denver football team. So Sean Payton just announced that the people that hired him are brainless varmints who hired the last head coach, the old doofus maloofus, who handpicked the former coach there in Denver and is still running the show. Now, page 2. What was the motivation to go off the rails by Sean Payton? It's got to be a reason, a method to the madness there, to body slam Nathaniel Hackett. So it is a form of psychological warfare, manipulation. I'm going Star Wars, George Lucas, a Jedi mind trick from Sean Payton. All right, let me explain. So Sean Payton, what he did here was break the brotherhood, the decorum of football coaches. We often point out that on the day-to-day basis, we have audio. Every day we have audio from just about every head coach in the NFL. We very rarely play it because almost all of it is worthless because no one says anything. They don't want to offend anyone. They don't want to step on any toes because you're not supposed to do that. It's a brotherhood coaching in the NFL. So here we have a guy that stepped outside of the inner circle to unload. But he did it for a reason. He did it for a reason. Talked about the strategic nature of this, but Sean Payton just didn't break out the lightsaber and do that on his own for no reason. This was a tribute to pay homage to Russell Wilson, painting this amazing mosaic that Mr. Unlimited got a raw deal, that Russ was the victim. And I can sense the eyeballs rolling to the back of the head of the long-time Seahawk fans who watched Russell Wilson for years there. But, yeah, Payton's, the reason he did this is Nathaniel Hackett was the village idiot. And Russell Wilson, he was the victim, right? He's been given a bum rap because he had a ragamuffin as his head coach. And so you're shifting responsibility to Nathaniel Hackett. So I went back and I looked through my notes because I thought maybe I had missed something and might have missed a game or two. The Seahawks played in, the Broncos played in, these other teams played in, occasionally. So Nathaniel Hackett, I went back and looked, and he had as many pass attempts for the Denver Broncos as you did and I did. So, yeah, that's the ticket. Now, I do think Nathaniel Hackett is a product of nepotism and is dreadful. I don't think that's a shocking take right there. That's not an unpopular opinion. But the reason that this is so comical is that you're doing this to suck up. If you're Sean Payton, you're sucking up to Russell Wilson. But don't forget, Terry Bradshaw, who was a colleague of Sean Payton at Fox, when Payton was in the running for the Bronco job, Bradshaw said, you know what? Sean Payton, he doesn't want to coach Russell Wilson. He's not interested. That's pretty much what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said. You can Google it. And so Sean Payton is like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to blame everything. All of those interceptions, the offensive lineman having a coup. Remember that on Christmas, the Broncos played the Rams in L.A., and the game was a rout or a rout. The offensive line screaming at Russell Wilson. They exposed him for high-stepping down a transcontinental flight to London, and it was just anything you could do to embarrass Russell Wilson. His teammates were embarrassing because they hated him. But no, it's Nathaniel Hackett's fault. All Nathaniel Hackett. And so Sean Payton will go and need some pharmaceuticals. Go down to Walgreens there after he gets the full Russell Wilson experience, because outside of a unexpected resurrection at this point, it's just going to be more asbestos. That's it. And at least Payton can afford some really good help because he's making a ton. He's got that big bloated contract. He's doing very well. All right, last word here. So there is another chapter to this part of the story. So the Denver coach also dismissed dream teams, in air quotes, those dream teams that they're not able to deliver championships. He pointed out that there are several teams. I brought up the Washington Redskins from back in the day that had assembled a dream team, mentioned a Giants team. There were a couple of teams he brought up. I forget exactly who. I don't think he brought up the Eagles. I think Eagles, when they had made a couple of moves several years back, they were called a dream team. That didn't work out for him. But he pointed out that it just doesn't, it's not that easy. You can't just pick up star players and win like that. And then he mentioned the Jets, as the Jets are trying to do it. He lamented Sean Payton. He said the PR, the pomp and circumstance, marching people around and all that stuff. Now, of course, the Jets had a rebuke, and they were very upset. And the coach, Robert Saleh, the wannabe motivational speaker, was like, give me more, give me more. So how come Sean Payton included the Jets in his rant about Nathaniel Hackett? So it was unintentional. I realize that Hackett is employed by Gang Green, but the Jets, in this quote, the Jets were catching strays. They were caught, the Jets, downrange. And Sean Payton, in this profound rant, shooting from the hip, and he's working undercover, though, for the marketing arm of the NFL. That's the kicker on this. Why? Sean Payton has just created a must-see matchup as the Broncos and their ragtag roster, Sean Payton's team, will host the Nathaniel Hackett Circus, the Aaron Rodgers traveling party in Week 5. That's October 8th. Sunday, October 8th is the date. Now, I mentioned Robert Saleh responded to Sean Payton, and just to prove that I'm not making that up, let's go to the audio tape. Listen to Robert Saleh here as he has his rebuke of the Broncos coach.
Well, I'm not going to acknowledge Sean on that. He's been in the league a while. He can say whatever the hell he wants. But as far as, what we have going on here, I kind of live by saying, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So hate away. Obviously, we're doing something right if you got to talk about us when we don't play you till Week 4. And I'm good with it. The guys in our locker room, they've earned everything that's coming to them. And really excited about what's going on. I think Hackett's doing a phenomenal job here. The coaching staff is doing a phenomenal job, and we're focused on us. I get it. There's a lot of external noise. There's a lot of people who are hating on us. There's a lot of people looking for us to fail. There's a lot of crows pecking at our neck. But all you can do is spread your wings, keep flying high until those crows fall off and suffocate from the inability to breathe. It's a whole other analogy I'll get into later. But really, really excited about the group we have, the coaching that's going on. But I'm going to keep our focus on us and making sure that we're prepared every single day to do the best we can and learn from our past and grow with every moment that we have.
So he just rattled off about 17 cliches. Some of those not even sports cliches. Those are just life cliches that he rattled off. And what you just heard right there was an NFL head coach saying that I'm not going to engage, and then he gave us about 45 seconds loud and proud of a rebuttal. So it's like a politician. I am not going to address that, and then you address it. Seriously, folks, I'm not going to address that. But let me tell you something right now. Everyone hates us. Nobody believes in us. It's really bugging me. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Every single team in the NFL, every team in sports, nobody believed in us. Yes, they're out to get us. The haters.